feel after 3 sessions?
I feel like my voice is gone.
All right, we'll take it easy on you.
Yeah.
Take it
Is
easy
that
on you.
different than when you were associate head coach?
Oh yeah, there's more screaming for sure, but no, it was fun. It was fun. I think it was a good day.
You're in a position now where you have the right to put your own stamp on things. That's what a head coach does. Can you say where the way that the lines and the pairs and the way you're handling camp now, has it changed at all in the last few days? Did you make your own tweaks and put your own feel on it, or was it already so established?
No, we looked at it all summer.
Yeah.
So what we did is we tried to keep it as is as much as we can. So this is a big camp. We have a lot of players, so we try to simplify things in a sense that we don't want to make any changes for at least the first 3 days and go from there.
And I have to ask, was there Patrick was interested in the center ice position and hinted this summer that he still considered playing there. What was your decision there before he ended up back on the wing? Could we still see him there, or is that experiment done with?
So this summer, like I said, we made the teams. I know he's very interested to play center, and that's something I will consider. But right now, we'll see how it goes. And it's also a read and react for us, the coaching staff. It's how the other guys are playing. But Patrick is so talented. Like I spoke some guys around the league this summer, and I said, "What do you think?" And they said, "Well, Patrick could, play any positions, basically, if he wanted to." So that's something we will consider. I'm not saying we're gonna do it. And I still need to have some discussions with Patrick, but it's not off the table. Let's put it this way.
Did it change when Fantilli gets drafted and Voronkov comes over? You've got a lot of options in the center that you just didn't have last year. It was so emptied with injuries last year as well.
Yeah. Does it change again? I think the training camp will give us some answers, but we'll go from there.
Yeah, thank you.
As a guy who, helped out with the forwards, ran the forwards, I'm sure that you do some, just like most coaches in the summer, do some jotting of lines down on cocktail napkins and things like this.
Yes.
But when you look at this roster, I mean, there's like, was it six potential lines of guys? There's guys who've played NHL hockey. How tough is this going to be in this camp to kind of determine who makes this team, who doesn't, where they fit, and all that kind of stuff?
I feel they give us the answer over time. I feel the way they play, the way they prepared, and the way they perform at camp. The question marks that we have, I think over time they will give us the answer. So it's just watching, evaluating, talking with the staff, and over time. In my experience, there's some tough decisions. Don't get me wrong, but I feel over time there's not going to be as many decisions as we think because they're giving us the answers.
We saw Boone go off the ice. Any update on him?
It doesn't seem serious, but I haven't spoken to the medical staff yet.
Was it
I
no?
think it was a cut.
Just a cut.
Do you guys need to go through and have a seance or something to take all the evil spirits out of here, or what? You got injuries already starting?
No, that's the past. We don't talk about that.
Everything's good.
There you go.
Texie was all smiles in here. Just how good was it to see him back and healthy and looking good again?
Tex is an amazing person. First of all, he's a great player. I feel like we missed him a lot last year. We know that, right? But what I remember from Tex is whoever we played him with, that line was better. He makes his line mates better, so we missed that kind of energy and kind of player. And he's excited to be here. It's good to have him back.
You've known Patrick Laine as long as anybody here. None of us know him personally, I don't think, but we have professional relationships with him. He does seem a little different to me this year in a good way, and I'm wondering if you've seen a maturation there, or there's signs all over the place with him taking Fantilli and him doing some other stuff that maybe would not have been comfortable doing before because he didn't maybe see himself as a leader. Have you seen an elevation in his, I don't know if it's seriousness, maturation, what it is, but have you witnessed a change?
Well, I think everybody's evolving. We all do at different times in our life. And I think Patrick really enjoys playing in Columbus for the Blue Jackets. He loves the city. Last year was hard for all of us. And there's a lot of pressure on guys like him, and this year he had a good summer. He's ready. He's excited. So I think that's contagious, right? And the feel around the team is positive right now. So that's contagious, and Patrick is part of it. And he's a year older too. He feels he's more of a leader. Even though he's still a young player in some capacity, not very young, but he's not an old player. He feels like he's listened to. He can speak. He's respected in the room, and guys like him. He feels part of it.
Yeah, not that I'm questioning his kindness before this, but were you surprised or pleasantly surprised to hear that he was the guy that took Fantilli under his wing?
No, not at all. I know Patrick more than anybody else around here, and he's got a kind heart, and if he can do that, he will do it.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all.
Thanks, Patty.
Just the overview for you of, it's almost like a three-ring circus out here with guys here, guys there. Now that you're in charge, just overseeing all that, what was it like?
Well, we were ready. Obviously, the last few days we didn't sleep much, but we've done a lot of work this summer. So it was just a matter of making sure everybody has a job description and it runs smooth. Because I thought it went really well.
See, there's all this planning. So much has happened here. Now you go out there. Was there a feeling of just nice to be on the ice and kind of get it going?
Yeah, very much. It's, just like the players, you recharge in the summer, but, the last few weeks before training camp, you get excited, and it was good to get on the ice and get things going.
It's a team that obviously is going to be probably younger again. It's got a lot of young talent still. But there are a number of veterans here that have won before and experienced winning at this level and everything. And then the last couple of years were pretty tough. Is that the sense that you get from your veterans that, we're tired of losing. We want to win now, like that kind of?
There's certainly a value in facing adversity and how you're going to respond. Two things. I have a few answers for you. I'm going to give you one, but the first one is I don't care about age, and the second thing is we all agree that we're here to compete. Those guys, they're proud people, and they want to compete and they want to, be respected, and that's earned. It's on us to get that respect around the league and for each other in the dressing room. So it's obviously it's a new start. It's like your first year at school, like you want to have a good year. It's on us to be consistent, to be making sure that we do the right things over and over, and then, eventually we're going to win more than we lose.
Bookie's played a lot on the right side. You've got him on the left. Is that just because
Who's
Bookfist?
Oh yeah,
Is that because of a glut on the right side with?
that's part of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we want our D to be able to play both sides, and we're going to test drive some of those guys on
Yeah.
either sides.
Okay.
You're challenging to have this many guys in camp.
It's the biggest camp I've had.
Right.
So there's a lot of people, but at the same time, that's what we got, and it's giving some guys a chance to be seen. So we want to compete, and having so many guys and being in a position where you have younger guys coming in, older guys that are not too happy about what happened in the past few years, then that's, as a coach, that's what you want to see, an inside competition. That possibility that you might take my job, so you're not too. You got to show your best self, and you got to prove yourself and why you're on the team. So, it's a lot of people, but at the same time, there's some positive side to it.
You're only one day into camp, but you were up at Traverse City watching those games. Has James Malatesta done anything to impress you?
Well, I think he's a consistent player. He's on the puck. He's around the puck. He had a tremendous year. I mean, I don't care in what level you win. He was a player of the playoffs, MVP of the playoffs, Memorial Cup. There's something about him that we like very much.
Well, obviously you've been at another team's training camp for the entirety of your NHL career, so how does Blue Jackets camp compare on your first day?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's just like first day back to school. So, get to see all your friends. These are new friends, but yeah, it's exciting. It's nice to be here, kind of get the hang of things, get in the swing of things, right into it. Lots of skating early, so yeah, it was awesome. I got no issues so far, and I'm very happy to be here. So good to get day one out of the way, and now looking forward to what's to come.
I heard you guys had the opportunity to maybe do some things team bonding wise before training camp, whether it was playing golf or things like that. So what's it been like to not just get to know the guys that are here in Columbus and have been here in Columbus, but the new players in that dressing room too?
Yeah, we played a little bit. We played a little bit of golf the one day a couple weekends ago. The owner has an amazing course here, so it's awesome. Had a lot of fun out there. Got to hit some balls off of some pretty lush fairways. So it was a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, a couple dinners here with different guys and their wives and girlfriends and stuff. With my wife as well. So you're just trying to get the hang of restaurants, communities, different parts of Columbus and the surrounding areas. So. So slowly getting my feet wet, but everything's been rock solid so far, and I'm like I said, looking forward to just continuing and building.
Probably pretty used to going to the same training camp for a long time. Does it just felt different, or does it feel once you start playing hockey, does it just kind of feel pretty similar when you get into camp?
Once you start playing hockey, it's hockey, but it's just learning new players, new guys, tendencies. Everybody has a certain style they like to play. So I got a chance to play with some really skilled players in the past few years and learn their tendencies. But watching these guys from afar and some of their high-end players, I'm looking forward to kind of getting to know what they do on the ice as well and understanding their game. So this is a chance to get to do that and get some chemistry early and hopefully continue that throughout the season.
How do you put the past week behind you, this whole team, everything that's happened, all the distractions and everything? How do you move forward from here?
Just play hockey. Just come to the rink every day. Everybody can't worry about what's behind us now. We just look at what's in front of us. And I was an outsider last year to this hockey team, and I'd been through some tough years, on the ice and bottom of the standings. So I looked forward to being a part of the turnaround in New Jersey. We had a great year last year, and now I'm looking forward to being a part of the turnaround here in Columbus. So quick memory, just wipe the slate clean, and now we go from here. We got to play hockey and win some games.
So still going to be a pretty young team again overall, as you just kind of mentioned there. But there are veterans, such as yourself and Provorov, and you go down the line. How important is it for you guys to kind of lead at this point when there is a little bit of turmoil, at least there was this past weekend?
I think, yeah, young guys always look to older guys, and I was in those shoes once too. So you look at the veteran guys, you got to, treat them how you'd want to be treated if you were a young guy. So bring them on board, and this is a young team, and I'm a new guy, so I'm still learning a lot of things here, and I've kind of just trying to understand how the leadership group likes to do things here, and just kind of pitch in what I can do. So been on a lot of little calls with leadership group, just chatting about what we can do this year. A lot of dinners and meetings, just things we can help the young guys and help the team progress in the right direction. So part of the reason why I'm sure they brought me in is for the leadership role as well. So I take a lot of pride in that, and hopefully a lot of young guys can look to someone like myself and the other guys you mentioned to kind of lead the way and follow in our steps and pull the rope in the right direction.
Yeah. How important do you think those team meetings were that through that tough situation that you guys just went through? A couple guys referenced them on Monday saying, hey, we're all on the same page here. Was that important to kind of have those to get everybody kind of refocused and recentered before you get going here today?
Yeah, you just don't want to have anyone in the dark, right? As a team, you look out for each other. As players, you look out for one another, and as long as everybody's on the same page, whether it's on the ice, off the ice, it makes the team a lot more successful. So that's really it. Just simple, make sure everybody's dialed in, same page, on and off the ice, and hopefully that can have some success winning some games.
Have you had a chance to get to know Pazzi at all, or talk with him one-on-one?
Just a couple times.
Yeah.
Just with everything kind of coming so quick here, obviously he's got a lot going on with himself, so he's kind of pulling guys aside one-on-one and in groups, and he's just more focused on the big picture right now. So we'll get a chance for sure. But I had a couple good conversations with him, kind of leading up to the season. A couple weeks ago, we had a couple little team bonding events as well, and just kind of. He lived in Winnipeg and coached in Winnipeg for a long time, and me being a Prairie guy as well, we kind of chatted about a lot of that stuff. So it was more of a casual conversation than anything, but I'm sure we'll get more business once we get going.
Yeah.
I know it's the first day of camp, but did anybody impress you or stand out?
Naturally, Johnny's a great player. Chemistry there. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to create some good chemistry with him. He's rock solid. KJ's got some great poise. we missed Boone out there. I think he took a puck up high in the practice, so he just wanted to make sure he get that taken care of today. And other than that, on the other team, Morency's obviously world-class player as well. I always enjoyed watching him play, and spent a lot of time with him off the ice so far. We're not quite neighbors, but in the same community, so getting a chance to know him a little bit too. And then a couple other guys out there were impressive. A couple of the younger guys that I don't really know, just making some good moves and good plays out there. But it's just so early that I don't really know what to expect. The other goalie played great because we only scored on him once, so give him credit for that too.